What is up, guys? Bobgar and Melissa here.
Hello.
And we're just doing a wrap-up video for the week of our 10-ticket Modern Gauntlet. We played the second half of the bracket, which was Red-Green Land Destruction versus Angel Reanimator, See the Unwritten versus Kiki-Jiki, Red Deck Wins versus Mono-Black Vampires, and Mono-White Death and Taxes versus Living End. So those were the matches we played. Did any of those surprise you? How did you feel about the matches?
I thought Mono White Death and Taxes would win.
Yeah, after when I first talked about it last week, I didn't, but that's because I forgot the taxes effect hit Living End twice. And after I realized that, it seemed like an unwinnable matchup, especially after that game one, which was ridiculous. I was like, okay, we just lost. There's no coming back. But yeah, I think Living End drew a little above par. We kept getting exactly what we needed on the turns we needed them. Game 3 we didn't have a great hand, but your hand game 3 was just even worse.
It was really bad.
It was like 7 lands in a white weenie deck. So
it was really bad.
It was pretty intensely bad. So that one surprised me a little bit too. Originally, like I said, I thought Living End does do well against creature decks, and it is a creature deck, but it seemed like the creature deck that had a really good shot against Living End. So I was a little surprised to see it go. Also, sentimentally, are there any that you wished win that one that didn't?
Vampires did really bad.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't do that bad.
I didn't think they would do good, so
they
I was hoping that they would, but I kind of knew they wouldn't.
They took a game.
Yeah.
And we thought about striking that game and doing another one just because we made a couple play mistakes, but looking back at the footage, it wasn't. I don't think it would have affected the match too much, so made the call not to. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think Red Deck Wins is the favorite to win the tournament, but I was rooting for Vampires too.
It was really fast.
Yeah, Red Deck Wins is really fast, and it's also really hard to interact with. So it's like it's fast, and then a lot of times what it kills you with is lightning bolts, and you go, oh, what do I do about those? The chance Vampire had was in its life gain, and it does have some, but not enough.
It uses too much of its own life as a resource.
Yeah, it has the problem is it has life gain, but it also has the 1-drop Vampire that costs a life every turn until I'm under 10. And the draw 2, take 2 damage spell and things like that. So ended up not being a super good matchup for Vampires, I think. Yeah, I think the rest didn't surprise me. I mean, there was the Mono White Death and Taxes and Living Ends was a pretty even matchup on paper. They were both 3-2. But other than that, the favorites won the matchups. I guess See the Unwritten and Kiki-Jiki was also supposed to be pretty even. That was also pretty close, I think.
Yeah, I think those ones were close.
I felt like Kiki-Jiki was another one where you had a really good game one hand, and you kind of rolled over me, and I was like, oh, well, I'm not going to have a chance in this matchup. And then games 2 and 3, it's a combo deck, and it just didn't get its combo, which was, you know, I don't know percentage-wise whether it was unlikely, but it's certainly a little bit of bad luck. So that's how that worked out. And so the next bracket in the winners is Blue-White Flicker versus Blue-White Humans, White Knights versus Thopter Sword combo, Red-Green Land Destruction versus See the Unwritten. I have to imagine that's a terrible matchup for See the Unwritten.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
Red Deck Wins versus Living End. Well, See the Unwritten plays so many land enchantments, so the Land Destruction is going to hit it extra hard, I think. Plus, it needs to get a lot of mana. All of the other ones I'm a little less sure about. I think Red Deck Wins probably has the advantage, because Living End is really good against creature decks, and Red Deck Wins is not really a creature deck. It has a couple of creatures, and some of them are even kind of important, like Young Pyromancer and Monastery Swiftspear, but also runs some creatures it just doesn't care about, and then also just runs a lot of Burn to Face that Living End is not going to interact well with. So that one's a little hard to say, but I think Red Deck Wins has the advantage there. White Knights versus Thopter Sword. I'd give it to White Knights, but I could see that being close.
It depends on how good of a hand you get, I guess.
Yeah, Blue-White Flicker versus Blue-White Humans, I think, will be actually really close.
I think that'll be the most obnoxious one.
Yeah, I actually think Blue-White Humans will probably win.
I hope so.
I never think Blue-White Flicker will win. It's a deck I love. I never think it'll win, and somehow it went 4-1, and it won its first match pretty handily, and yeah, it has a chance. It always surprises me. But we're probably playing next time we play, which won't be this weekend. I don't know if it'll be next weekend either. I can't remember if you have a show next weekend or not.
I don't think so.
Okay, so it might be next weekend. We'll probably start on the losers bracket. The losers bracket is Blue-Black Delver versus Elves, Land Destruction Reanimator versus White-Green Lifelink, Angel Reanimator versus Kiki-Jiki, and Mono-Black Vampires versus Mono-White Death and Taxes. And let's start from the top and just talk about thoughts about which one you think will win, I guess.
I don't like elves.
You think they'll win though? against the blue-black Delver deck?
Probably no. Blue-black Delver is the one with that demon in it.
Yeah.
That's not very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not gonna do good.
So Elves is gonna win.
Probably.
Yeah, but you hate Elves anyway.
Yeah.
I love Elves, and I also agree that Elves will win.
I don't like Elves.
The blue-black Delver deck is good, but I agree. I still don't think that demon is bad, but I should not have made him a 4-of. I think that was a deck building mistake on my part. I got a little too excited about a cool card that was super cheap, and it was super cheap for a reason. Like, it's a good top end, but you definitely don't want 4 of him. Land Destruction Reanimator versus white-green lifelink aggro. What do you think?
It depends on how fast the white-green lifelink goes. Like, if it gets those flippy cards, it could be pretty quick.
Yep. Yeah, it is hard just because the Land Destruction Reanimator deck, if it gets any of its big threats out, stops almost every card that the white-green lifelink aggro deck has, except for, I guess, the flyers. I don't think it has too many. Well, it has... No, I don't think it has many ways to stop the flyers. So, I could see either winning. I think I would give the edge to the lifelink deck, but yeah, if Land Destruction Reanimator gets a couple of good draws, it could easily just destroy all the lands and roll over them. So it depends, and they're both pretty draw dependent. I mean, every deck is, I guess, but in this situation especially, I think Land Destruction Reanimator needs almost specifically Woodfall Primus in order to make this, to get out of this one. But I think I would give it to white green lifelink. Then Angel Reanimator versus Kiki Jiki. This is interesting because they're both pretty much hard combo decks.
I think the Kiki Jiki one will get off quicker.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, turn-wise, Kiki Jiki can't go off as quick. Like, Kiki Jiki can never go off a turn. Well, I guess that's not true because it does have a artifact mana ramp, but usually it won't get off before turn 5 because that's how much Kiki Jiki costs.
You only need 2 pieces.
Yep.
With the Angel Reanimator one, you need like 4 or something.
Yep, you need.
Yeah.
I think you really need 5.
Yeah.
But they only need to be in your graveyard.
Yeah.
So your draws turn into draw 5 since your graveyard becomes your hand. So it's going to be close. The other thing that the Kiki Jiki deck has is counterspells, which are very good against other combo decks. So I think, honestly, that is the biggest reason. So the thing that the Angel Reanimator deck doesn't have that the Kiki Jiki deck does is mainboard ways to interact. Kiki Jiki runs 4 lightning bolts, and so when you try to do your angel combo, you can lightning bolt the Fiend Hunter before he manages to exile the angel.
Yeah. And
then the combo breaks down. He has Izzet Charm, which counters non-creature spells, so it can counter the Unburial Rites. And it has just Mana Leak in the main board. So it has 3 different ways of disrupting it. So I kind of agree. I don't think it's because of speed. I actually think Angel Reanimator might be both more consistent and faster than the Kiki Jiki deck there. But that's not as important or good as being interactive in a way that can just beat your opponent. So.
Right, but when you sideboard the Angel Reanimator, it's like there's so many pieces to the combo, it's hard to pull things out.
Yep, exactly.
Whereas with the Kiki Jiki, if you wanted to sideboard, it'd be a lot easier to pick things out.
And sideboarding is another good point because I'm pretty sure Kiki Jiki has some graveyard hate in his sideboard, probably Tormod scripts.
Yeah.
And they shut down Angel Reanimator pretty well. So that's another reason that I think Kiki Jiki has an advantage. And then Mono Black Vampires versus Mono White Death and Taxes. I think you like both these decks. I want to see them both win.
Yeah, Mono White Death and Taxes is probably the better deck, but the Vampires are really fast.
I think the Vampires actually probably... I would actually give it to the Vampires here, which is, I think, surprising. They didn't do as well in the games, but...
They get bigger faster.
Well, they get bigger faster, and the tax effects don't really hit them. Like,
no, because everything will still be cheap.
What non-creature spells do they have?
They kill non-werewolf, non-vampire.
Right, they have like 4 of 1 kill spell and a little bit less than 4, like 2 or 3 draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Now, those like, so I guess Smuggler's Copter technically too, but very, very few non-creature spells, and I just think the taxing effects aren't going to affect them that much, and I don't, some of the other shenanigans that Death and Taxes has, like only letting you search the top 3 cards of your library is not going to be super important against a deck that literally only runs swamps for lands. I don't know. I it could go either way. I could certainly see Death and Taxes winning that one, but I actually think I'd probably give it to Vampires, but I'm not sure.
Vampires would win if you got really good hands.
Yep. I think if
because I think a lot of them have, once you get that one guy, they all get flying.
Yep.
Yeah.
If Nocturnus comes down and you have a black spell on top, it's going to be tricky.
I mean, that's faster than, those creatures would be bigger than the ones in the Death and Taxes.
It'd be faster than Death and Taxes, plus a lot of them have things like lifelink.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the mono white Death and Taxes things have flying, which is nice, but you're going to get flying off the Nocturnus anyway. Yeah. And some of the things in mono white Death and Taxes have First Strike, but most of the First Strike is on 2/1s and 2/2s, and you have a 2-mana 2/3 Death Touch lifelink, you know, and then a 3-mana 2/3 flying Death Touch lifelink. So I just don't think they match up very well. But I mean, Death and Taxes always surprises me too, so I wouldn't count them out. But yeah, I think I'd give that one to Vampires. I'm kind of hoping. So yeah, I guess that's it. Unless I don't know if there's anything else you want to say.
No.
I like how you like lean in the mic to say no. You're like,
I feel like you talk a lot louder than I do, so I feel like I have to lean in closer to say words.
No, that's good. Well, it was more like the dramatic pause and then looking at me.
I was trying to think of something and then I couldn't.
No, it's okay.
I was buying myself time as I was leaning in, and then I didn't have any thoughts.
So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I'm going to try to do a $10 deck this week, although I'm going to be a little bit busy going out to watch Melissa at a show this weekend.
For shows.
So it's possible I won't get a $10 deck done. If I don't, I'll probably put up at least a few videos over the course of the week that are other stuff, maybe Green Stompy and Mardu / Land Destruction Reanimator stuff. I'm not sure. I've had some requests for that. But hopefully a $10 deck. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, Bobgar here. I just really wanted to quickly say, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you enjoy my content in general and would like to see more of it, subscribe. I'll be coming out with more content in the future. And please leave me comments and let me know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, both in terms of production and in terms of my play and my deck building and all that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time.